Hey, what's up guys and gals? My name is Ricknineg. I am so excited to make this video. If you're on my Facebook page by any chance and do follow that, then you'll know what I mean by this video. Because I announced this a few days ago that I was going to make a special video for you guys. Nothing too crazy, nothing too extravagant. Something simple, something that I came up with. Hopefully you enjoy. And I want to do something like this because you guys and gals can follow along. Now, if you paid attention to my I Love Lucy videos, you've noticed that I've set a list for my favorite season 1, 2, and 3 episodes. So if you haven't seen those videos, go ahead and check them out after this one. However, we're going to do season 4, and I thought, I'm just not going to announce the 10 episodes. I'm going to do something completely different. I'm going to compile the list of every single episode from season 4 of I Love Lucy. We're going to make a March Madness type bracket. Now, I know some of you are big into football. I'm not a big football guy myself, but I like the concept of brackets. What I mean by brackets is that you can set up two teams, like two football teams against each other. Then the winner moves on and so forth. And so the brackets get smaller and smaller and smaller. Same thing with soccer and other teams, basketball and so forth. And so I thought this system might be pretty cool and exciting to do for I Love Lucy. So I provided a way down in the link of the description, the top link. Just click in the blue. I provided a link to a fresh bracket where you can list all of the episodes. I'm going to do it for you as well, and we're going to see what I come up with. We're going to see what episode is the best. You're going to see my favorite episode. You're going to see my top 4, my top 8, my top 16, and so forth. And I'm really excited. There are 30 total episodes, and as I'm going through it, I'm going to list all of them. I want you to follow along with me. Do the bracket with me. See if you agree or disagree, and it's all fun. It's all fun and games, and hopefully you enjoy it. So let's get a move on. I'm going to show you the bracket and show you how I fill them in. Alright guys and gals, we are back. You can see in front of me I have shrunk down the size, but up here you will be able to see the list of basically all the episodes. This is how the bracket works. I'm going to start to fill up a couple of the episodes, and then like I said, you could do it yourself. It's completely free, but it's a fun way. It's a fun way to narrow everything down and see what episodes you like. So I have the list of the episodes on my other screen. You can easily go and Google this. Just go I Love Lucy Season 4 episodes. The episodes will pop up. There should be 30 of them, starting with the business manager and going all the way down. Now, I'm going to be describing every single episode very quickly, even show you a couple images so you can get an idea, because sometimes you may forget or some people may not know them in this order. So I'm going to start with the business manager. And the important thing about this is I may, as I continue along, I may just use keywords to make it easier for me. So I'm going to start, you start on the left, and then you continue on the right, and then you also have to add one up here. And so I think I'm just going to add Mertz, the second one, and Kurtz up here. And I'm not rushing in this video. I'm just trying to do something that that is fun. Okay. And then we're going to go Lucy Cries Wolf and the Matchmaker. Now this Matchmaker one is a special one because this has to do with not confusing it with the one in season 3. This one where Lucy tries to set up Dorothy and Sam. There we go, and then we're going to continue down the list. I'm just going to kind of fast forward through them and come back to when I've got them all filled in, and I'll describe each episode for you. Alright guys and gals, so I made the list. Hopefully you can follow along with me. If you want to follow along while you're typing it in, you can pause this video at any time. So I am going to go through every episode fairly quickly. I'm just going to point to some things and the basic plot so that it can refresh your mind and my mind to what this is. I switched up only 1 or 2 of these, and so don't take this as like this is the exact order they came out. I switched a couple just because of the standings, but that's neither here nor there. Everything is going against each other. So let's start over here. Mr. and Mrs. TV Show, that's the one where they appear on the show with Harvey Cromwell, and he's like this big producer, and then PHIPPS Phipps, and then Lucy comes out looking horrible. Ricky's Movie Offer. Now I hadn't seen this episode until I got the DVD set, and so this one's with Frank Nelson. He comes in, and there's a lot of talk of robberies, and while he comes in, Lucy and Ethel think he's a robber, and so they hit him upside the head, and here to find out that he's an important Hollywood talent scout. And so that's a really funny episode. Ricky screen test, I love that. He gets called in for a screen test with Lucy, and Lucy tries to mess it up, or she tries to get in the picture herself. It's a great episode, let me tell you. I love that one. Okay, Lucy's mother-in-law. We see Lucy's mother-in-law. This is not actually Ricky's mom. It's an actress who plays the mom, and Lucy pretends to speak Spanish. She has an earpiece that she's talking to with like a mentalist, a magician. And then we continue on with Ethel's birthday. A lot of people love that episode. That's one where Lucy buys Ethel those weird pants, and they go to the theater and they're upset, and then finally they make up at the end. Ricky's contract. This is the one where they're waiting for the call, for the phone call from Hollywood that he was chosen or not for the movie Don Juan, and he's waiting, and then Fred decides to fake the call, but then Ricky actually gets called at the end. Okay. Getting ready, this is the one where Fred buys that old Cadillac, the old beat-up Cadillac, because they're ready to go to California. And this is not the one where Lucy learns to drive. This is the next one. So this is the one where Fred goes into a state of shock. I would say that Getting Ready and the next one, Lucy Learns to Drive, are kind of like part 1 and 2, unofficially part 1 and 2. Because then Fred's in a state of shock by the end of Getting Ready. And then when Lucy Learns to Drive, he's still in a state of shock, and he comes out of it. And then Lucy Learns to Drive, that's the one with the Holland Tunnel, the cars back to back and stuck with each other. California, Here We Come, the quintessential episode where they sing California, Here We Come. They go through the George Washington Bridge. They sing that song at the end. They get ready. Lucy's mother tags along with them. First stop is when they are, the first stop when they're in Ohio, and the moving bed, remember that? The train, they get into that shabby hotel. Tennessee Bound, that's when they pretty much all go to jail. Tennessee Ernie Ford appears, and they have that little musical song and number. Ethel's hometown, this is where we see Ethel go to Albuquerque, and the whole gang goes. We meet Ethel's father, and we get those funny scenes where Fred, Lucy, and Ricky are trying to mess up Ethel's performance in her town. Elliott Last, that's a famous one with Bill Holden, the lighting the nose on fire. Don Juan and the Starlets. That is the one where Ricky is believed to have gone out and never returned that night. And then Lucy confronts him about it. It turns out that the maid made the room. She made the room again. And so it was all a misunderstanding. Lucy gets into pictures. That's the one where she has that big thing on her head, that big hat. And with that big hat, she's trying to be in the picture, and she falls down the stairs and everything. It's very funny. The fashion shows where we see Dawn Loper. We see all of the dresses, all of the wives of the famous Hollywood stars. She gets sunburned. That one's a great episode as well. Hedda Hopper, this is the one where Hedda Hopper appears, of course. And they're trying to get Ricky more publicity. And so they finally the agent decides to have Lucy jump in the pool and fake that she's drowning and Ricky save her. And of course she's drenched and so forth. Don Juan is shelved. They shelve the picture, basically. And so they're not doing the picture anymore, and Ricky's devastated, and he gets upset, and so forth. And in Don Juan is Shelved, we also get to see Philip Ober, who's the real husband of Vivian Vance, which is pretty cool. Bullfighting Dance, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's the bullfighting dance with Ricky and Lucy. Lucy dresses up as the bull, but of course she gets the last laugh because she plays tricks on Ricky when he's doing the number. Hollywood Anniversary is when Ricky forgets the date of his anniversary. Lucy gets upset. They're supposed to have a party. They finally do have a party, but they're upset the whole time. Then they make up at the end during a dance. Star Upstairs, that's the one with Cornell Wilde, and Lucy's trying to see him. She never gets to see him in the episode. Palm Springs, that's the one where the couples get upset over little annoying habits that they have. Rock Hudson makes an appearance at the end. Then we continue. Here's where I changed a little bit the order, I believe. So Palm Springs, and we have Dancing Star. That's the one with Van Johnson, Lucy dancing at the end. Ricky Needs an Agent. That's the one where Lucy pretends to be Ricky's agent, gets him accidentally fired, quote unquote, and then gets him his job back. It's kind of a funny episode with Lucy being an agent. We're almost done. Harpo Marx, of course, the one where Harpo Marx appears. He does the famous scene from Duck Soup. And finally, The Tour. That's the one where they get on the bus. They go to Richard Widmark's house, and Lucy gets stuck in the house. So hopefully that wasn't too long, but I did want to make sure that you guys knew all of the episodes, and it will go faster as I get down into the episodes. Now let me just tell you that this is going to get tough, but I want to show you the process. Let me know if you like this style of video, if you want me to do it again. If not, I could always go to the other style. I love trying different things. So let's begin, guys and gals. Let's start with the business manager and Lucy Cries Wolf. Now I love both episodes. Lucy Cries Wolf is a really funny one, although her trying to get everything done with trying to fake that there's a robber coming in the home, and then finally the business manager, Mr. Hickox, and the kennel pet. I think that's a little better written, so I think I like that one more. Basically, this is an elimination match. One has to win. Two put against each other, and you have to choose one. And I think for me, business manager goes ahead. I'm gonna go down the list here. The matchmaker, Mr. and Mrs. TV show. Now this is a tough one because I didn't really like either or, to be honest with you, that much. They were all right episodes in my mind. The matchmaker with again Dorothy and Sam, Mr. and Mrs. TV show. I think I liked Mr. and Mrs. TV show a little more. I usually think of, if I had these two episodes to watch and I could choose one, which one would I watch? So I'm just gonna do Mr. and Mrs. show. Fortunately, matchmaker doesn't make it to that one. Ricky's movie offer. I really like that with Frank Nelson. However, the screen test one I absolutely love. I know it's one of my favorites. I don't know which one, but I know it's one of my favorites for sure. So we're going to write screen test. For sure beats the Frank Nelson one. Although that Frank Nelson one is amazing. Okay, Lucy's mother-in-law or Ethel's birthday. Now, I can tell you right away that the mother-in-law episode I didn't like as much as Ethel's birthday. I love the Ethel's birthday episode with them getting upset at each other, then making up at the theater, Lucy buying her those weird pants. I think it was hilarious. Okay, now them waiting for the call for Ricky, as well as getting ready. They're both funny to me, and so this is going to be a tough call. I may have to come back to this one. I'm not really sure, so I'm just going to skip it for now. Lucy learns to drive in California, Here We Come. Lucy learns to drive is hilarious. But California, Here We Come is probably one of my favorites. So Cali, Here We Come. I can't really think about that too much. Very, very great episode. Alright, so of course California, Here We Come. I mean, that to me is just quintessential, and I love the entire episode where they're fighting about not going, and Mrs. McGillicuddy tagging along. I think it's a hilarious episode. Okay, moving down now with First Stop and Tennessee Bound. Now, both episodes I think are pretty cool. First Stop, again, was the one with them on the bed and the bed moving and the train. But Tennessee Bound, to me, I love that one. I know some people don't like Tennessee Ernie Ford, but I'm just going to write Tennessee. People are going to know what that is. And yeah, that one for me gets it. Okay, we've completed our 2, 4, 6, 8, except for Ricky's contract and getting ready with Fred's car. I'm gonna say Ricky's contract is my favorite out of those two. Let's move on to this side. Okay, so Elliott, Lassard, Don Juan, and the Starlet. So Elliott Last is a William Holden episode. I love that episode. So I'm not gonna think too much about it, to be honest with you. Again, your answers may differ, but this is just what I've come up with. Okay. Let me continue going down the list. Lucy gets into pictures in the fashion show. Both episodes are on my top list, but the problem is they're right next to each other, and so I have to eliminate them. It's a little bit difficult now because these are both great episodes, and all the way down they're really, really good. Now Lucy gets into pictures. I love when she has a hat and she's messing around. Although I love the Don Loper and the fashion show at the end. I think there are better moments in the fashion show, but I think Lucy Gets Into Pictures is the one I'm going to pick, but just by a sliver. I'm still torn by those. Okay, Hedda Hopper story. That one I'm very lukewarm about. Don Juan is shelved. I think there's a little bit more action that I enjoy in that. So Don Juan is shelved, I think beats Hedda Hopper out. Okay. The Bullfighting Dance. To be honest with you, I don't like either of these episodes. The Bullfighting Dance or the Hollywood Anniversary. Not my favorites, but again, I have to choose between either of them. I think I have moments where I enjoy more in the Bullfighting Dance. Again. Star Upstairs, Cornell Wire. I really like that episode. And Palm Springs. That one's with Rock Hudson. I don't really like the first half. I like the Rock Hudson half. And so the Cornell Wilde episode, Star Upstairs, I think beats it out. Dancing Star, Van Johnson. Love that episode. Ricky Needs an Agent. That one where Lucy goes in disguise. I don't find much strength in that episode. So, I mean, obviously for me, look at that. Vance would dance. The Dancing Star beats that out. Harpo Marx in the tour. Now, this one's hard because I love the tour. Lucy being locked in Richard Widmark's house. However, Harpo Marx to me is one of my favorites. And so he makes that so much more special. Okay, look at that. We are down now to the final 8. Merton Kurtz, Business Manager. Wow, this is a toughie, guys and gals. Merton Kurtz or Business Manager. Let's do business. I'm going to start abbreviating them. They're going to be going quicker here. I love the screen test. Between the screen test and Mr. and Mrs. Show. I love that screen test episode. Okay, Ethel's birthday or Ricky's contract. Whoa. Okay, Ricky's contract's where they're waiting for the call. I think Ethel's birthday, guys and gals. This is getting harder. This is going to get harder, but quicker because I can abbreviate them. Oh, excuse me. Ethel's contract. Ethel's birthday. Yes. Okay, California, Here We Come, or Tennessee. I love both episodes. But I think Cali, Here We Come, and I actually saw that episode last night, is my favorite out of both of these. Ethel's Hometown or LA at Last. Oh, I love Ethel's Hometown. But pitted next to LA at Last, I cannot not choose LA at Last. Lucy in Pictures, Don Juan is shelved. Lucy in Pictures. Wow, I don't know what that was. Lucy in Pictures. Really like that episode, guys and gals. Okay, moving down. Star Upstairs. I'm not even going to look at the Bullfight Dance. Again, not one of my favorites. And wow, we have Cornell Wilde making it pretty far. Harpo Marx or Dancing Star. That is tough. I didn't even want to pit these against each other, but I think I'm gonna have. Well, I have no choice. We're here. Dancing Star. I love that. Although I think Harpo Marx had more of him throughout the episode, so I think Marx is gonna have to make it through. Wow, 2, 4, 6, 8, down to our last few episodes, guys and gals. Wow, this is interesting. Business Manager and Screen Test. Ooh, I love both of those. But Screen Test, guys and gals, I really like Screen Test. Ethel's Birthday or California, Here We Come. Ethel's Birthday is awesome, but California, Here We Come is amazing to me. Okay, LA at Last or Lucy in Pictures. Again, these are all great episodes, but it's getting easier in a sense. LA at Last, I think, is the quintessential awesome episode. Has to beat Lucy in Pictures for me. And finally, Star Upstairs or Marx. I love that Cornell Wilde episode. It deserves its spot as a top 10 at least. But I mean, Harpo Marx beats it out. Alright, guys and gals, this is coming to the end. Screen Test or California, Here We Come. Wow, this is harder than I thought. Really love Screen Test. I really love Lucy trying to botch Ricky's what he's doing. However, California, Here We Come. I cannot deny that episode. And then finally, guys and gals, LA at Last or Marx. What's your pick for this one? LA at Last or Harpo Marx? I don't know what your bracket looks like. Please let me know in the description, or put it on Facebook. Put it on my Facebook. Put it on my Ricknineg Facebook. I would love to see it. I would love to see your bracket. LA at Last or Marx? Oh, LA at Last, guys and gals. Oh, wow. We have, guys and gals, the finals. California, Here We Come, or LA at Last. We know that whichever I pick will be the winner. Whichever I don't pick will be second place. And you've seen my bracket. Hopefully, like I said, you enjoy this. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up if you want to see more. If you want to see my Season 5 picks. But I think I have a choice. I've made a decision. And it's not an easy one. I love both episodes. I think they're both great. Oh, man, this is not easy. Alright, let me know what your winner is as well. I'm going to have to make it, guys and gals. We're just going to have to type it in. California, Here We Come. Alright, guys and gals, there it is. I hope you appreciate this video. Like I said, it is simple, but if you want to join me along, go ahead, link in the description. Also, there's a link to my Facebook page, my Ricknineg Facebook page. Post it on as an image and play around with the episode. See what you get. Maybe you get the exact same thing as me. Maybe you get something completely different. I would like to know. Don't forget, guys and gals, to stay positive. It's super important, and most importantly, be hopeful.